Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions. Today, we discuss the IWC Vintage Portofino Moonphase, reference 5448-01, launched in 2008 in tribute to the reference 5251 of 1984. That original watch, designed by Hanno Bircher and engineered by Kurt Klaus, was a milestone for IWC as it proudly declared its recommitment to high-end mechanical watchmaking coming out of the quartz crisis. And this watch, launched in 2008, is an homage to that piece. It was also part of a collection of vintage-inspired IWC watches launched in 2008. So in steel, it is the size of the reference 5251 giant Portofino, 46 millimeters in diameter, 10.8 millimeters thick, 51 millimeters lug tip to lug tip, with a 22 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. Throwing it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see the watch wears large, but not so large that I couldn't or wouldn't wear it. The watch is super flat and easily fits under a cuff. And then you can see on my wrist, it actually wears fine on a 16 centimeter circumference wrist. So if your wrist is my size or larger, game on. Taking a look at the strap, very substantial, high quality, large scale alligator leather, large rectangular symmetrical scales, always a rare and expensive cut of the beast, thick cut too, and bolstered stuff to give it volume. Black with slight gloss, monotone stitch. You can see the edge has been shear cut and lacquered for refinement. We have a IWC factory strap calfskin on the bottom in excellent condition. You can see no gouging of the perforations, and a simple Portofino evocative vintage style pin buckle. Taking a look at the case, very simple. The original 5251 was actually an homage to a pocket watch, and it was designed to look like a converted pocket watch. And that's exactly what we have right here, a watch that looks as though it were converted from a pocket watch. IWC motto Probus Scafusia on the crown, and a dramatically cambered and boxed sapphire designed to look like the plexiglass of the original. The original was known as the fried eggs. It had a white dial and a yellow gold case. This is a bit more subtle. Also, the orientation of the seconds in the Moonphase rotated 90 degrees from the original here, but most will find this a better balanced solution. We have baton hands with loop-style indicators, and then sub-seconds. We also have a Moonphase. Now, the watch does include a hacking or stop seconds function. To set the Moonphase here, what you do is you turn it all the way around, and you advance through the jump at midnight. Then you back up to around 10 o'clock. You advance again, and you just keep going like that, sawing back and forth. It is a semi-quick set. The watch is 30 meters water resistant, so this is a true dress watch. You don't want to swim with this. And out back, we have a movement. This is the caliber 98800. It is a large 37.8 millimeter pocket watch style caliber in tribute to the original of the 80s. We have a 3/4 style bridge, an oversized F.A. Jones arrow index adjustment mechanism, an enormous balance, free sprung, effectively. If you stop it, you could see the variable inertia eccentric screws on its rim, although of course fine adjustments can be made with the index. Most adjustments will be made with those screws. Now, it beats at 2.5 hertz or 18,000 vibrations per hour. It does feature an overcoil hairspring, so it'll keep consistent time no matter whether physical orientation it is in, on your wrist or on your dresser. In any position, that kind of hairspring breathes concentrically. It is positionally steady. It is also 5-position adjusted, which is the high horology and chronometer standard. You can see what might be the world's largest hacking lever adjacent to the balance. Again, big, slow-beating balance that's almost the radius of the movement. 18,000 vibrations per hour, pivoting on 18 jewels, some of which are set in golden chaton cups, which is a nod to how movements would have been built, with the jewel into the cup and then the cup into the bridge or the plate in vintage times. Solarization on the crown wheel and the ratchet wheel. We have this lovely vintage-inspired extensible click with a large arcing click spring. And then we've got a very credible kind of machine decoration here that looks the business and is in every way worthy of a loop. This is actually a very good-looking movement, and you can see the sheer size of it. 37.8 millimeters, huge. The closer you get, the better it looks. It holds up under scrutiny, which not every machine-finished movement does. And of course, an IWC manufacturer caliber in the pocket watch style. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. Wait, we're not quite done. I realized I didn't give you the power reserve. 54 hours, quite good considering a single mainspring barrel and the large size of the balance.